Now I invite Mr. Gawade, the founder and CEO of Holofil, to give his presentation.
Click on that arrow on the side. Yeah. So thanks for opportunity to talk here in the presence of all the esteemed guests and Her Excellency. Uh, I'm Mrunal. I'm from Amsterdam, and I'm going to give a brief overview of what my company is and how being in the Netherlands has helped me build this company, and how I'm helping also bring Dutch-India relations in my presence in the last 10 years in the Netherlands. Next slide, please. I will first brief about myself so that you know who am I. I grew up in a very small village in India. Then I moved to city in Pune in India where I did my bachelor's. Then I traveled to US in Silicon Valley where I did my master's. Went back to India to build a company with a friend. Moved to Netherlands in Amsterdam to be part of this amazing research group in CWI, which is Centrum Wiskunde Informatica, one of the top 10 in the database world. Started my own company out of my own funds. It's a fully bootstrapped company. Doing that since 2018. We got a massive hit during COVID because we were in that space. Some other things that I do is I'm also a fashion tech accelerator mentor in Milan where I evaluate a lot of top in the startups in the fashion technology. One very important proud thing that I am proud of is I'm a semi-professional photographer, and I've been trying to promote India as a destination for international tourism through my own personal efforts of photography, because during COVID I was stuck in India and I took that opportunity to set up a nice photo project to promote my hometown near Goa, and that place is getting a lot of tourists because of my efforts in the last 3 years. Next slide. Okay, so I will describe briefly what my product is. So this is a display. It's called Holofil. It's a visualization platform. The problem we solve is we capture attention and promote engagement, basically, because that's a big problem in the current world of distractions. In different contexts, it could be retail, it could be education, it could be training, etc. A very prominent use case is a retail, where what you see there is a bangle, which is a physical product, augmented by virtual content like a butterfly, animated bird, etc. And you place this in a physical setting, and it becomes like a magnet to attract people to see what it is, how it is working. So it's an augmentation display combining physical and virtual content, and it could be used in different use cases like education, gaming, etc. Also. Next slide. And that display was a business display. It starts around 700 euros. While last year we also launched a consumer display, fully focused on education and other use cases. We have a patent on that. We also have a patent on the previous display. Here the applications are primarily educational learning for kids to help them learn about 3D programming, 3D design, gaming, etc. It works with mobile. This thing starts around 100 euros. And we also have a patent on that. We raised around 20,000 euros last year on Indigo crowdfunding last year. Next slide. Now, how does being in the Netherlands helps us? Because all these innovations that I've been doing are primarily from my own funds. A Dutch government has supported us through different government grants, etc. Being in this country, I have faced minimal bureaucracy, minimal resistance to do business, etc. In terms of traction, etc. So that definitely helps, because when you are a bootstrap founder, all of these are very, very critical for your growth. Being in an international country with Made in Netherlands brand has always been very, very helpful, because when you are doing international clients, you get clients from US, you get clients from all over Europe. That presence in this country helps a lot, because the country itself has a brand. So Made in Netherlands sells quite well. So when you are solving consumer tech problem or related problem, having that branding is also very critical. That's how we can raise funds on international platforms like Indiegogo. We can travel to different events, exhibitions all around the world. We have been to many events, we have won some awards, etc. So, an innovative country to build a startup definitely helps in all these countries, because you get a platform to project your technology, to sell it to the international community. Next slide. This also reflects in our clients. We have 50 plus clients for our business display. Most of them came before COVID, because during COVID, because we are a physical product and mostly we were focusing on retail. As retail closed down, we closed down. basically. So for 2 years we went to zero. It was a very tough decision. I survived somehow, and now we are rebooting again, bringing back that momentum. We are also trying to raise around 1.1 million euros funding to grow to the next stage. So if there is an interest or in any kind of partnerships that we can do, we are always welcome to talk about those opportunities. But as you can see, these are international clients, and being in the Netherlands has always helped project that image in the correct manner. Next slide. The team is also quite international. That's another aspect of being in a country like Netherlands, especially in a city like Amsterdam. It's a very hot city. People want to be in this city, especially young students. I have mentored tons of international students, especially from different European countries. So you get to see amazing cultures. Like you name a country, I have mentored them essentially, right? So you get to meet so many amazing international people, and it's also not too expensive like in Silicon Valley, because I have been also in Silicon Valley, I have worked there, I have studied there. So the cost of living is still reasonable. The cost of hiring is still reasonable in some sense. So you also get to have some really best of the people to work for you. And that's also an added advantage of being in a city like Amsterdam, which is very, very international, English speaking, etc. Now, not only we are in the Netherlands, when I was stuck in India during COVID, I took that opportunity to set up an Indian company to produce our products within the India to sell into the Indian market, because India is a very tough market to do business. It's a very value conscious market. This is a trial that you can see in one of the malls in Pune, where we did some experiments, etc. So that gave me a lot of insights about India as a market. I also do some of my manufacturing in India. That also gives me insight about the operational difficulties of being in India in terms of how do you do business in India. Also the logistics part of India, intellectual property, because we also file patents in India. Now, the thing that I do is, I don't just look at the problems and stay there. I also take active part to help Indian authorities how the world outside India looks in terms of ease of doing business, how the online system works, how they should be more efficient, etc., to help them improve that. The recent example has been some logistic issues I am facing with respect to Indian Post. So very small issues that are kind of withholding the growth of India the way it should happen, because the country has insane potential, in my opinion, but just tweak the power of authorities in the right direction and the country can progress much drastically further, right? So I'm very active in these kind of hand-holding. Also, I'm helping a lot of Indian entrepreneurs who are coming to Netherlands to do consultancy. For example, Vihan Technology, the founder is a very good friend of mine. When he came to Netherlands, I was the first guy who was introduced to him to understand about the Dutch ecosystem, etc. So I'm also doing my part in this context to help a lot of companies understand the way of doing things in the Dutch context. So I'm also kind of open to these kind of interesting opportunities. So that's, I would say, it's both these countries have immense potential. They have a lot of opportunities to grow together. So with this kind of opportunities, I hope more and more such collaborations can progress further. And that's my last slide. You can take a look around our products at holofil.com. If there is further interest, I'm always welcome to discuss that further. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrunal.